Hi everyone, Shelly here with Align My Practice. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I hope you're all having a great day. Today's message is going to be about effective delegation. One of my master classes that's been extra popular recently is my Office Manager Success Program. And this sometimes is not just being taken by an office manager, a practice director, but often a doctor who maybe doesn't have someone that, takes on that role within the practice. And, I always say most of my clients, most doctors are amazing clinicians, but they maybe aren't the right leader for the practice and they can't delegate and motivate and hire and do all the things that an operations director really should be doing for the doctor. And so they need help in that area. They reach out to me and we move forward with my office manager success program. And this is a 1 day course, and then it's backed with 3 months of support to really help with that implementation process. But through this, I find that one of my biggest challenges with these team members or doctors is effective delegation and making sure that the team members have a crystal clear understanding of what's expected of them and that the doctor or the office manager is properly following through with those delegated tasks. A delegation system is actually a pretty simple, practice to put into your office. So step one is you really need to make sure that every employee has a very clear expectations from you. So as soon as they're hired, they need to have written job description. And then after that is daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly task lists on what you expect of them. So typically, when I'm working with an office, what I love to do is it can be as simple if you've got a real tiny office, it could be as simple as a morning and closing checklist. These are the things that I expect for you to complete every day. Many times I will, have a doctor call me, "Oh my gosh, Shelly, I'm so frustrated. My staff can't even empty the trash," or they forget to turn off the computers, or they, aren't running the sterilizer, or they leave the 3D printer running and printing, or they forget to start the washing machine for the scrubs, whatever it is. And my first question is, did you tell them that's what you want from them? Is there a checklist every day? So every day before they go home, they've got a checklist of things because they're human, right? They're going to probably forget little things here and there unless it's been ingrained in their brain for a couple of years and then they just do it without thinking. But making sure that there's a task list for all of them. So I love like Google Docs, a Google Drive where everybody sees what everybody's responsibility is and whether they initial it or they check mark it, whatever it is. There should be no misunderstanding, no gray area on what you expect of them. I also really love these task lists because I know that nobody wants to be a micromanager, right? No office manager, no doctor finds joy in hovering over their employees. Did you do this? Did you do that? Well, what about that? Well, you should have done it this way. So I think it's going to reduce a lot of the stress on your end by having those clear expectations, having that task list so that the employee, just before they go to lunch, if there's a morning task list, or before they go home at the end of the day, they can look at their task list and make sure that their job duties are done. And from the employee's perspective, the employee wants to do right by you. They don't want to be nagged at. They don't want to be reprimanded. Hopefully you've hired right. You've hired a difference maker, and they want to do right by you, and they want to feel good at the end of their work day that they did what they needed to do, and then they can leave work at work and go home and enjoy their family life. So if you haven't done that, I would love to be able to work with you or with your practice manager in helping them define clear roles within your practice, effectively delegate, and effectively follow through so that you can inspire your team to love what they do and be productive at the workplace. Because ultimately, if they're happy, you're going to be happy. The patients are going to be happy. the team is going to be happy working together if everyone is pulling their weight. So I hope that was helpful to you. Again, I'd love to work with you in 2024 if you feel like you need help in this area. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great day.